The lockdown was first announced back in March last year, and the Chancellor announced the various support schemes that would be available, particularly for the self-employed. We recognised that there were going to be a lot of people that we would usually see as our beneficiaries, who would struggle to access those grants. So at the beginning of April last year, we set up a dedicated helpline for those people to call us, and we could support them with accessing that grant. Initially, the work we were doing around that was helping people to file their tax returns. There was a deadline of getting tax returns in by the 23rd of April in order to apply for that grant. So we did a lot of work in those first couple of weeks, filing returns, supporting people to do that. And then following on, there was a lot of confusion on how the grant was calculated, what the eligibility criteria were. So we continued to take questions on that, and support people in understanding and helping them to apply for those grants.
We did have a conversation with some of those that we work with, our colleagues in the third sector, right back in January, where at that stage we were looking forward to emerging from the pandemic, but it was a long way off at that point. But actually what our colleagues at Citizen Advice had recognised was that people were increasingly, having gone through the autumn, changing from employment to self-employment, so that the change that they wanted support for their clients was around how do we support people who are new to self-employment. And I think we know from the last financial crisis in 2008 that that's the last time at which the numbers who were becoming self-employed increased substantially. So we expect that trend to continue as a response, if you like, to the pandemic.